Hello everybody, this is John Bishop of the Live and Learn channel. Today I'm going to do a little video for you on my Alice pack, its contents, and why I carry this Alice pack. I'll give you a little bit of backstory, give you my reasoning behind it, and we'll go from there. So before we get started, bear with me. I will sound nasally because I am currently getting over being sick, bronchial infection. So bear with me. I might cough a few times through it, sound pretty bad, but we'll try to make it through it, learn a little bit, all right? So this is my kit. This is my pack out. I do not have water in the containers, and I do not have spare clothes. This is enough stuff to last me a good 3 days out in the bush with no issue, okay? I could probably lighten it up and do a overnighter, which I could and would, but let's get on to why I carry this Alice pack and the thoughts behind it, okay? First off, I was in the United States Marine Corps. They issued me a large Alice pack. Carried it around, toted a lot of miles on it. My feet and my knees, they can attest for it. And when I got out and was getting into camp and everything else, I got myself a large Alice pack. And I learned something very valuable about a large Alice pack. If you have the space, you usually fill it. Plain and simple. Not saying that an Alice pack is bad, okay? Alice pack, like I was questioned, and that's why I'm even explaining why I use this Alice pack, is that's usually the starter pack for people. Because they're readily available, because the price isn't over the top, people have a tendency to be drawn towards them. And they are bulletproof, you know, they're a hard-working piece of gear. I knew that a large Alice pack was too big because I just got too much redundancy in it. And before I learned a lot of what I've got now, knowledge that I have now, I was a gear guy, okay? I'm not worried about the skill, the gear will get me through it until I can get out kind of situation. Now that I've learned a lot more, I carry a lot less. I only carry stuff that I know I need and can use. But as far as the pack goes, okay, I decided I was going to go to a medium because one, its size, two, if I want to carry, I don't know if everybody knows this or not, you can carry a medium Alice pack without a frame, all right? Doesn't require one. It's got the pad on it, the straps hooked to it, and you can carry it. You cannot carry a large Alice pack without heavy modifications like with no frame, okay? It's just not designed for. The medium is. This would be like an assault pack, okay? Now, I carry this pack because my uncle, Arnold Bishop, who's now passed away years ago, he was a sergeant major in the United States Army. He retired, had been to Vietnam, but he was one of the men that really influenced me when I was young. Well, when he passed away, God rest his soul, he left a bunch of stuff behind for different people. And he left me some stuff. This was in it. And that was special to me. So I carry this because that makes him always be with me. Might sound corny to some of you guys. Be honest, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care if you make fun of it. I don't care. This is part of his gear that he had. He carried. I don't think he went to Vietnam with it. The buckles are different, but no matter what, he served with this and carried it. So that makes him with me in spirit. That's why I carry this Alice pack. Now I'm going to give you a couple things on an Alice pack. You can see where I got my axe at. Okay, a medium Alice pack, those slots behind where my axe is, on all three pockets go all the way through. On a large, they do not. You could actually stick your hand down in it and it's like a spare pocket. It's supposed to be able to carry extra magazines. I don't know how many people know that. Anybody in the grunt field or have to hump one of these professionally new. But long story short, generally, nylon, they've got a compartment in the top. I'm going to go over all that. They got the holes behind them so you can stick, good place to stick your axe in, it really is. And you can put it down in and get it up underneath your flap. Pretty good to go. There's all sorts of modifications out there. I put quick connects on mine, and you know, it's got some wear and tear on it. Some of the buckles are broke and all that, but overall, it served my uncle well. it's served me greatly, and it'll serve me till probably I'm dead and gone. Yes, I have had other packs. I've had a large. I have a Swedish, I think it's K35s. Right now I've got one. I had the ultra lightweight hiker packs. I got rid of it, traded it. I've got 2 German packs. I think a mountaineering pack and just a regular, like, it's a weird looking glaze pack, I call it, because everything's real shiny on it. But all that German stuff, I've picked it up and trading and stuff like that, but I've always resorted back to this. 1, because I know it, and 2, because I know how robust it is, and it works. So, if you're an Alice pack guy, if you're not an Alice pack guy or gal, I don't care. It's your thing. That's why I carry this one. Okay? That's my little story behind it. I hope everybody followed along with it and stuck around to watch. Now, I carry 2 things with me when I go out in the field that's not showed right now. One is a sidearm or a rifle. I'm not a big hunter. I carry them for the 2-legged people that like to mess around in camp and do things maybe they shouldn't. But that's what's missing from here. Everything else is exactly what I'd carry, minus some clothes and the water in it. And that would be it. I carry a haversack. I went over a haversack. I've got a haversack video. Only thing I'm going to do in here is show you what I would be pulling out of this haversack. Okay, shemagh. Of course, this is going to be, the shemagh will be around my neck or on the pack. My horseman, that'll be on my side. This will be on my side with my fire kit. This will be full of water. This will be in my pocket. Just a standard look at a big. And the only thing that'll stay in the pack besides the water bottle will be this roll of tape with this sharpened nail on it. Makes a really good awl, but it makes a good little tool. Okay? And then, of course, my journal, some gloves, and a bandana in the top. But that keeps this empty for any tinder that I come across, anything I want along the way. I have a drink of water without having to bug into everything. Okay? So that's what I carry on my side, on my belt, and hanging off of me. Okay? Now we're going to get into my Alice pack itself. Like I said, this is a medium Alice pack. I have a lot of room inside of it. When I get everything dug out of it, you will see there is quite a bit of room left in it. I mean, I could really pack a lot of clothes, a lot of water, a lot of food in it, if necessity need be. So we're going to go over tools first. Of course, this is my axe. It's a Weatherling, yeah. Fine Forester. I like it because of the way I can chalk up on it, the way the blade is designed. I like it because I can get in and really do good work on it. It does get very sharp. It is a very nice axe. Really been fond of it. I've got my measuring marks on it, and to protect the neck, I've wrapped it. Okay, that's my axe. Okay, that's one tool. In the center cargo pocket, in this bright orange bandana, I carry the other tools. Okay, now I'm going to use this bandana for signaling, of course, wiping your face off. You could use it for, you know, making yourself a strainer for water, but that stuff, mapping, so you can use this to do different things for navigation. But that's why I carry this. It keeps my tools together, and I only carry a couple of tools. I've got a multi-tool wrapped up in my bag, which I don't know if I want to go over it, but I'll tell you where it's at in there. I use it with cooking and for any emergency stuff. Carry an extra knife. This is the good old Mora Black. Very good knife. Throws sparks like a monster. And of course, my Baco saw, Laplander. Works real good. I put this on here because I dropped it one day and almost didn't find it. So I think that I'd like to get the orange handled one, to be totally honest with you. I think it would be pretty nice. So you never lose it, or paint that one orange. That's next thing in the center pocket. All these pockets, everything that I tell you stays in that pocket. So even if it's pitch black dark outside, something happens, I know where to go in my pack to get my gear. In this little pouch, I carry 2 things: candling, a light sources, 2 of them. First off, most important, Carry my headlight. Okay. It's a Pendleton PTC. Very nice headlight. It's got a bunch of headlamps. It's got a bunch of different settings. Never store your batteries in these. I destroyed one by doing that on accident. But carry the light source, and inside of the little container I carry extra batteries. A set for it and an extra set. Then inside of it I carry 2 candles in this hurricane lantern. One in it. This is an 8-hour candle. I'm testing this out. I've got another light, but I'm testing this out just for nostalgia's sake, and I get 8 hours of burn out of it. It's an extra heat source. I'm going to try my hand at trying to use that for something, but that'll be a later video. And then inside that same container I carry an extra candle. Okay, that's my candling, my light source. This side of my pouches is my poncho. Now this is a Pathfinder. I think it's Self-Reliance Outfitters actually who has it, but it's a Pathfinder poncho. It is actually a tarp that has a slit cut in it with a Velcro flap and a hood. So you can use this as your tarp setup. I want to say it's a 6x6, I think it is, or something like that, or 6.5 by 5. But that's what this is. And this is my wet weather gear. I use this so I can just pull it out of my pocket quick. Starting to rain, I can drape it over me. It'll go over my pack. And inside of here, underneath the lid, I'll show you. This is the first part of my wet weather gear. Just right underneath the edge, I can reach right here, slide them out. These are a set of gaiters, Gore-Tex gaiters. I got these off Patty. Appreciate it, Patty. I put these on, I put that on, and it'll keep me 75–80% dry, where I'm not soaking wet and miserable. Okay, that's what it's for. And in emergency, I can use the poncho as a cover, especially like for over your wood in a long-term fire. I mean, long-term camp. You can stretch it out and make an extra shelter. What a lot of people don't understand, if you're going to stay at a place for a couple of days, it's going to rain. You might want to be able to cover up where your latrine's going to be dug out at, so you're not running out in the middle of the night. Have to go standing in the rain, storming. Or you might want to keep your wood covered over, so you don't have to worry about wet wood once you're there. But that's all that's in that pocket. Center pocket was your tools and your light. Wet weather gear in this pocket. Then you come over this pocket, and this will be my actual cover for I got a new tarp off of Joe. I appreciate it, Joe. That's all that's in this pocket. Tent pegs. This is I want to say an 8x8 or a 9-foot by 9-foot thin tarp. Real good stuff. Joe swears by it, so I've got it. I'm going to be testing it out. I used to carry a Tent Smith, the oil skin, 8x8, but inside of this, I can open it up, and down in here I carry my ridgeline, so I can throw a ridgeline up. I can stick this up over top of it, throw my stakes on it. I've got cover. That's on the outside, so that way I can just drop my pack, and I can show you here. I don't know if anybody's ever done it. If you got a poncho on, you got quick connects here. Okay, see that? If you pull up on this tab, the whole thing comes apart. I'll show you that right quick. It's a little tip in between, but them two go together like so. And then this will go down in between them. And the way it keeps them from popping off, you go ahead and lock that in, and then you got it. So if I was sitting here, it's pouring rain, I didn't want to get myself soaking wet, I could pull that strap, pull up on that, it pops itself loose. Do that on both sides, pack will fall off of you onto the ground. You get out what you need, set your cover up. You can get your cover up in about, roughly you can get a lean-to up in about 1.5 to 2 minutes, especially with practice, and if you got your stuff set up. I've got mine set up, so works pretty good. Because then that way you're not taking your poncho off in the pouring rain. Now, in this side, only thing I got left in there, piece of string. This is some bank line. Got this for a different project. It's just extra that was in that pocket. Used to be wrapped around that, but it just come off. Now, that's all that's in my external pockets there. Then, of course, in my little pocket, easy to get to, my compass, paste beads, hold around my neck and a set of paste beads. This is a K&R compass. Magnifying glass will start a fire, but great for your navigation. And I know your pace count when you use these, and you can really make a good map, not get yourself lost. Okay, that's all that's in this one. Now, when I pop this open, next pouch, there's a pouch here, Velcro, that opens up. Inside of here, I carry two 55-gallon 3 mil garbage bags. Okay, 2 reasons. 1, it gives me extra water coverage running off of this. 2, I can fill this up with brush to haul back, fill it up full of leaves to lay on it as a bed, use it as an emergency poncho, emergency cover. I can spread it out because it's black. Push ever comes to shove, bad days. You can use it as a solar still because of the color. Okay, carry water in it. You can do a lot with it. Doesn't weigh a lot. I carry 2 of them. Okay, now this pouch is on both the large and the medium. Okay, so then the side. This water bottle side is the large one. I have a lot of room in it. I have those metal tins that you can put food in that have, like, you can put your rice in, or like biscuit mix, stuff like that. That will go in here because I got a lot of dead space. But I carry the fish pot hook that you use to get your pots open. Okay, supposed to be used to get fish mouths open so you can get the hook out of it. But that works great. That's the way the pot's designed. I know y'all probably know how that works. I am getting a Sawyer water purifier where you fill up the bag and then it squirts through and you can fill your containers up. I use this right now. It's a Frontier water straw, 200 gallons. Stick it in, suck it through, and you're great. Okay, I've got that in here for the emergency factor. I would usually boil my water, but this is in here if I gotta have it quick. And to be truthful with you, for everybody that don't have one, you have one of these and it's an emergency. Might not sound great, but you know you can suck that water up in your mouth, spit it into your own water bottle. You might not like it, but an emergency, better to have water than no water, right? Those 2 are in this outside pocket, and you can see I got plenty of room in it. There wasn't nothing else in it. Inside, I have the cap, lid, all right, and then I don't carry another metal one in here. I carry this one. I'll have it full of water when I take off, just because it's lightweight. I've never put boiling water in these. That's why I carry the stainless steel one. And I have bush pot in here, but that's easy access to water. Then inside of it, of course, I have my nesting cup and a non-used brand new stove. I had the metal grate one, the one that just looked like a ring of perforated steel that this set on top of. That's what the original kit come with. I had this in a trade, so I thought I'd try it out. It gives me a little bit more options for other stuff because I plan on getting a little cook stoves. So, but that's the water kit that would be in here. And since this is the larger one, I've got a lot of extra room. Ain't nothing else in it. Okay, so that's everything on the external of that frame, of this Alice rather. Now, if I get hurt or anything like that, get cuts and bruises, all I have to do is flip this top open, slide this open, and right here at the very top, inside of an old MRE bag, is a small first aid kit and my hygiene gear. Okay, stuff to put on deodorant, wash yourself, got soap in it, a mirror, that mirror is made for signaling also, a small toothbrush, toothpaste, and some hand sanitizer, and then some first aid. Just small medicinal stuff. I have stuff for like indigestion, a headache, bee stings, bites, and Band-Aids, and then some topical cream. That's all carried inside of here. Now, I know a lot of guys they worry about buying all them fancy containers and all that. I'm going to tell you now, these rubberized MRE containers are awesome. Use them up. You can carry water in them. This is what we used in the field. Took what they call a grunt bath. Fill this up with water. Keep your hygiene gear in it. Fill it up with some water. Wash your face, yourself down. You brush your teeth, shave with it, whatever. I have a beard, so I don't shave, but that kit and a little first aid kit, easy to get right directly on top of my pack. So I just open it up, get right dead into it. So quick and easy. This is a Poncho, not a Poncho liner, a Alice pack or a pack liner. It's water resistant, not waterproof completely. So understand that. It will ease its way through. And I'll give you another tip. Use one of them 55-gallon 3 mil, make sure they're thick-walled, bags in one of these. Wrap all your gear up in it. Get it good and tight. Squeeze all the air out of it that you can. Get it good and tight. That large area will make you be able to make this pack to float, believe it or not. In the service, we would pack them that way. You could pull them off your shoulder, hug them, get yourself across a river or a lake, and it will work for you. It's all in how you pack it, okay? Now, inside of here, I don't have a lot, all right? I've got my bush pot kit. I'm going to show you what's in that. Sorry to get it so close. I'm not going to do a review on it. I've already done my review on a bush pot kit, but I do have some kit in here. This is what I use. And then after that, I have my food. I do keep this packed with food. And that's all that's in it. You see my liner come right out of it. And that is it. In this bag, this is not one MRE. This is 7 main meals. Everything stripped off of it, just the containers. 7 main meals, 3 packs of crackers, and about 4 packs of cheese. So there's a lot of food wrapped up in this. Believe it or not, you can get a lot in it once you take everything off of it and you pick what you want out. So you can get you a bunch of MREs, break them down, put them back in there, and that's solid. And you get yourself quite a bit of food. So that's to be more than enough for me to last 2-3 days. Easy, with like a lot of exertion. So not worried about food. Now I'm gonna give you a little tip about MREs. If you got cold weather, don't pack these out in cold weather. They do have cold weather MREs, they do. But these are meant for keeping them at temperature. You don't want to get them super hot, and you do not want to get them super cold. They will go bad on you. So rotate them out. Unless you're going out in the field with it, don't leave this like in your vehicle. Don't throw one of these in your vehicle in the wintertime, and then in the summertime, they're going to be bad when you eat them. I don't know if they'll make you sick, but they ain't going to be that tasty. And they're not that tasty now, but just so a little bit for you. If wintertime, I rotate my stock out from my vehicle, my get-home bag, to dehydrated food. Okay? Works out a lot better. But there's my food source. So the only thing I need to do right now is, like I said, I was going out for 3 days. Underwear, socks, a couple extra shirts, a pair of pants or a pair of shorts. That'd be it. Throw that in there, fill up my water, and I'd be on the road. Now, that's everything in the pack itself. I'm going to show you my bush pot kit before I get down to what I carry in my cooking kit. That's pretty much what this is. Before I get to my sleeping system. But now, keep in mind, I've already got my shelter put up. This is my sleeping system. So it keeps everything right there where I don't have to dig nothing out of my pack unless it's just time. Inside this water bag, it's a waterproof small, I think it's a 10 or 15 liter. Okay. Everybody's seen my video on my bush pot, so I'm not going to go back over it. We all know that. I got the bag, and I've got my bush pot kit. Inside of here, I've broke down a lot of stuff that I didn't used to have, so take the weight out of it. I also have a new system that I'm using for a hanger that I'll do a video on in the future, and I carry a set of multipliers, not in this, but in my other kit. But it's my bush pot kit. It's got the bowl outside the main pot itself and a couple of rags. Then I carry what I actually eat off of, and this is a pan also. It's a military issue. I made a lot of food off of it. Didn't while I was in the service too. You got a 2-tray pan. I've got military issue spoon, knife, and fork. A little salt and pepper, camping pack, and I carry the one multi-tool that I told you about. This is to get stuff on and off the fire and to have to make any projects that I would need. Okay, and this is a Leatherman super tool, the 300, and then of course a frying pan. So, and that's my cook kit. Now, I'm going to set this over just a little so you can see this. This is my sleeping kit, okay? Inside the dry bag is all I got for sleeping right now. Now, these leather straps here, they are off of a Kalashnikov rifle. I just modified them to put everything where I can hook it onto the bottom of my pack. Now, some guys, they put a shelf down here, okay, right here. That's what them slats are for. If you do that, it brings the shelf out to here. It makes the space very narrow. You could probably put your thermarest or something on it, but that'd be about it, right? I don't run a shelf. And for history's sake, they put a radio on that. It's a radio shelf, or they would stack ammunition. It would not have this. They would just put ammunition on it, 4 or 5 boxes, 3 or 4 boxes rather, strap it to it, and the guy would carry that. Okay, now, for my sleeping kit, carrying this 25 liter, that's a 30 dry bag. Okay, inside that dry bag, I carry, first thing I pull out is my thermal tarp. And I'd covered, remember my shelter's already made. I'd throw this down on top. If I didn't have nothing else, I could use my garbage bags to fill full of leaves, lay on top of it. And then the next thing I get out of it, this is new, I've not even tested it out yet. Thermarest light self-inflating sleeping pad. I've got a couple things inside of it that I'll pull out. Then I would throw that down, let it get filling itself up. Then here I have a bug net for my head for sleeping. We all know how them bites are. I just got this. Joe gave it to me. It is a inflating seat, and I folded it up, did a test. You fill it up with air, blow it up, and it's a seat, and you can fold it in half, make a pillow out of it. Now, I like the pillow aspect and the seat aspect of it. I've had this in my kit for a while, and what I do with this is a little stuff sack that I made out of 100% cotton rags. And it's like a little pillow. I stuff my extra gear in it, clothes in it and stuff, down in here. Or I could do it with, you know, leaves, or if you're lucky enough, find a bunch of cattails, break them up, make a nice comfy pillow for yourself. Okay, well, what I've done is I can take that and blow it up, fold it in half, don't get it completely full, fold it in half, put it in here, it makes a very nice pillow. So then you have yourself the pillow, something to keep the bugs off your head, something to keep you from contact with the ground for convection, and for connection, convection. And then your thermarest, give you a little bit of a good night's sleep. Then inside of that, in here, last thing I got, and that's all it's in the dry bag, is a poncho liner, or a whoopee, inside of this. And this is the green bag from the MMS system. So it's just like a little overnighter. I'll use the black bag if it's below 40 degrees, but this is 40 and up. So I can throw this on top of it. Inside of this is a poncho liner, which is that Thinsulate poncho liner. Keeps you very warm. A lot of people call it a whoopee. I use one. So that's my sleeping bag and an actual small cover. So, but that is my kit. That's it. I've dumped everything out. You've seen how it was. You've seen how I walked through it. I pull my tarp out, set up my sleeping kit. I'm done. Take my pack, pull my poncho up, hang it up. I'll keep my pack dry. Break out my camp gear for food. And I've got myself set away. And I've got plenty of enough redundancy to, I guess, say that everything is, I'll pull it back here and let you see it, to say, okay, that's everything that I carry. Minus, like I said, water in the containers and a few bit of clothes. All right, well, y'all have heard me ramble on enough. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask away, PM them, ask them on the Facebook page on here. Be more than glad to answer them. Well, y'all take care of each other, be safe, and remember, knowledge doesn't weigh anything. Step on in, talk to it, good or bad. Bring up conversation. Y'all take care of each other.